Each of us has fears, and this is absolutely normal, but the question is how you actually work with them. Very often fears are associated either with what you don't know how to do or with what you are trying to escape from. But they all have one thing in common. Your growth zones are hidden in them. I can share with you some basic principles that help me become stronger through my fears rather than just run away. The first and the most important thing is that you don't have to be afraid of them. As soon as you start to be afraid of something, you try with all your might to avoid it. This model is embedded in the subconscious. It's associated with the instinct of self-preservation and the desire to skip difficulties. Without effort in yourself, you will always try to move along the simplest path, which implies almost complete absence of work with your growth areas. As you understand, this will not lead to any development, because to become stronger, you need to constantly overcome yourself. And this is directly related to working with fears. It's much scarier for me to imagine myself running away from challenges, losing the qualities that I have developed in myself over the years. Is it worth it? Well, over the years I have deliberately mastered the skills to always stand face to face with what you are afraid of. So why should I pass away this time? Every time this thought helps me to make the right decision, be it an important meeting, a public presentation, or anything else. Fears can make you stronger. Remember and use it. From here we come to the second principle. Fears show your main growth areas. This thought completely removes any desire to run away from your fear, because it turns into an opportunity to upgrade yourself. However, for many this is not enough for several reasons. For example, reluctance to leave the comfort zone, fear of failure, or visualization of it. But once you realize that just because you overthink too hard, the fact will remain and you'll still have the opportunity to improve, after that you look at it differently. Many years ago, one of my main growth areas was the fear of making sales. I constantly thought that I was taking money away from people and giving them something that maybe they don't even need. But I knew something else. To build a sustainable and serious business, I absolutely need to master the skill of closing, including B2B high-ticket deals. I saw this as my point of growth, and I'm very grateful to myself for starting to develop in this direction. It all started with working on my thinking. The first step was to believe that the product I'm selling is actually very necessary and suitable for all my potential customers. Then I began to find more and more benefits that my clients would receive, and at some point it seemed indecent to me if I didn't close the deal. Where did the fear go? Well, it simply disappeared and was replaced by a sincere desire to do good to my potential clients. I closed deals to improve lives. The world around you can be changed by changing the perception of reality, and this is an amazing example. And by the way, that product was the first generation of VR glasses. And the third thing I want to talk about is not to be afraid of defeats, but of a monotonous and boring life. If you constantly run away from your fears, what will your life look like? Personally, I want to take what's mine and boldly move from one goal to another. But it's impossible to do both. You won't be able to stay in your comfort zone and still achieve new heights. To become the best, you need to have the qualities of a winner: courage, determination, interest in life, and much more. I suggest to look at your fears as at future exams. To master a new skill, you need to pass all the tests. It's much more scary for me to imagine that my life will turn into a series of monotonous, barely noticeable events, and that I'll, spend years in front of TV. This will never happen because I want to go through challenges and be on the front line, not sit away from difficulties. I will be better prepared and face what has always scared me, and yes, it will be very tough, but after this I'll be able to say that there is one less fear. I know what kind of person I want to become. I've had this image in my head for many years. You don't think that I'll give up because of another obstacle on my path. And yes, I really hope that you are also stronger than even your biggest nightmare. Well, to be honest, I think it is so, and all you have to do is to understand this. Guys, I highly appreciate that you are watching my videos, and yeah, basically I tell about it in each episode, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If this episode was useful for you, give me your like, give me your comment as well. If it wasn't useful, give me your dislike and the comment, like in any case, because I want to establish this, communication between us. So follow my channel and see you in a day after tomorrow. Thank you very much.